So we're down here today at the Avery Indoor Golf Centre and I am with Charlie here, who's going to be our guinea pig for today's session. As you saw in the title, we are here to transform your golf game, and by doing this we're going to show you the difference from before and after, the changes that I make to Charlie's game to hit the ball a lot further. So make sure you stay tuned to the very end of the video to find out exactly how we do that. Alright then, so Charlie has had a warm-up already, having a few hits here on the TrackMan facility. He's feeling pretty good, aren't you?
Yeah,
feeling pretty good about
right,
it?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to hit a few shots with the driver. I'm not going to make any changes whatsoever. We're going to see some of the data and gather some of the stats to then make the changes needed to hit the ball much further. So let's get cracking. What driver are you currently using, Charlie?
Currently using the TaylorMade Sim Max D.
TaylorMade Sim Max D, and what do you think of that driver so far?
It is the best driver I've ever had. I really
Yeah?
like it. Yeah,
Pretty good? Good
quite
driver.
as well, yeah.
So it's a very, very good driver to have.
I
Excellent.
feel like I'm quite suited to it.
Yeah?
So, yeah.
Awesome, mate. Awesome. Right, so let's hit your first shot. He's saying it's the best driver he's ever had. Let's see what the results say. Now that looks absolutely crushed. What a shot to start off with. Flipping it. This is going to be pretty difficult, don't you think?
Oh, we'll see.
Clubhead speed of 103.6. So this is the key number to be looking at here. Clubhead speed of 103. So we should probably see around a 3 mile an hour, 4 mile an hour increase on swing speed when we make the changes afterwards. So we're just going to watch Charlie hit a couple more shots and see if his club head speed sticks to that 103 or if it increases. How was that one?
A bit right, I think.
Yeah, looked a little bit, but it's wanting to come back. Another nice drive. Club head speed of 103.5, so this is very consistent. 103.6 and then 103.5. Nice, good two first shots to start us off with. Got a really, really good follow through. Has come back on target. Very nice. Flipping egg, another one at 103. This is very consistent. Very consistent figures. So it'll be interesting to see afterwards what the results show.
It will. They're really close to each other, aren't they?
Yeah, really good drives. And would you say you hit them reasonably well?
Yeah, reasonably. Caught a couple, a bit off. But
Okay.
Yeah.
And was that more out the toe, out the heel?
Yeah, a bit more out the toe. Looking at it a bit at the bottom as well.
That was absolutely crushed. So the one that's furthest to the left, clubhead speed then increased to 105.2. Oh, big boy's coming out now.
Get in there. Warmed up a bit more.
Yeah. Good to see. That's what we want to see. Pushed it out to the right, but it's drawing back. Club head speed again of 105. Okay, let's hit one more shot. I'll let you go at this one, Charlie.
Yeah? Oh, okay.
Yeah, absolutely nail it.
Alright then.
Flipping out, you did go at that one, didn't you?
Yeah,
What was the club head speed? 105.8, so that's the fastest club head speed he's had so far. But let's just have a look at the stats to see his average club head speed, his average carry distance, and also his average total distance. Okay, so as you can see on the screen now, we've got a couple that have gone 103 and then a few at 105, leaving us with an average club head speed at the bottom right here of 104.5 miles an hour. And would you say that's your normal club head speed?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And then having a look at the carry distance, 240.1 yards on average. So the 6 shots that we hit, 240.1, and a total distance of 255.1 yards. Every point counts, doesn't it? So we've got 3 really good numbers there with a spin rate of 3,300. And don't forget, the harder you hit the ball, the higher the ball will go, and also the more backspin you will generate. So with increasing the distance, if we do this, we should see the spin rate go a bit higher, which is not exactly what we want. But our whole aim with this is to make sure we get that club head speed going up to get the carry distance and the total distance going further as well. Right, so how can we increase your club head speed? Something I like to use quite a lot in my sessions, called ground reaction forces. And for Isaac's third law of motion, for every force acting on a stationary object, there is always an equal and opposite force acting upon it. For example, if you were to do a squat jump now for me, as much as you can, you probably won't reach the roof. I don't think so anyway, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, when you're ready. Okay, there, straight away. When Charlie added pressure into the ground there, we noticed it forced him then to launch himself back up. So in the golf swing, the more pressure that we can generate through the ground, the more power we can generate to hopefully hit the golf ball further and also increase the club head speed. So all I'm going to get you to do, Charlie, is if you just make a swing all the way to the top for me, and just stop at the top, and I want you to feel a sort of squat motion. So don't do anything here now, I just want you to squat down slightly. That's it, there. So you can see there now he's adding a lot of pressure into his right foot, which is going to be transferred into his lead foot, which is his left foot, on the follow through. So what's going to happen is Charlie's going to squat down, and then as he starts to make his downswing, just start making your downswing now, that's it, he's going to push back up from the ground, feeling like he's doing that squatting motion, and then he's going to follow through as normal. So just do it all in one motion for me, and I want you to really exaggerate that movement. So it should feel like you're really squatting down, you're going to duff the hell out of the golf shot, and then you're going to push yourself back out of it, and let's just see how fast you're swinging it. Yeah. So that was pretty quick. Yeah, see if you can bounce up even quicker because we hit the ground then. So you want to get to the top and then squat as you're coming down and then push up.
Right, okay.
That's it. Yeah. Nice. So you can see there, if we just take that into slow motion now then, just do that action for me in slow motion. Get to the top and do that squat. You can start to see his knees separating a little bit more, which is actually creating more pressure again into the ground, forced himself then to swing the club a lot faster.
Okay, a bit faster. Yeah.
As fast as you can on the downswing. Doesn't matter about the backswing at the moment. Nice. Okay, and just remember, I didn't say he'd be hitting these very consistently when we come to trying them. Our main goal here is club head speed, carry distance and total distance. So I'm going to get you to do a few swings with this, and we call this a handy stick. If you haven't got any of these, don't worry, or speed sticks, it's not an issue. This is just to give him a better feel of what it's like with a club that's heavier than a driver. So just want you to take that now and do the exact same thing that you have been doing. Yeah. So squat, that's it, and push up, nice. Swing on up to the top, make that squat, that's it, and then fire up. And now I want you to do it all in one motion. Yeah. Nice. And you will lose balance, and bear in mind when you try this at your local driving range or even onto the golf course, what will tend to happen is you will lose balance, but that's a good thing, and the reason why is it's actually your brain learning how to stay in balance. If you fall over, then it's a bad thing, but have you actually ever fallen over hitting a golf shot? No. I can probably guarantee that 99% of you have never fallen over from hitting a golf shot, unless you're on a linksy golf course, high up on the top with loads of wind. That doesn't count, by the way, alright? Nice. So can you feel a lot of your lower body working a lot more there?
Powerful.
Yeah. And what it should feel like to you is what we call the swing sequence, if I just take over and stand there for me, bud, is that once you get to the top of the backswing, what should start is the lower body, then the knees, the hips, and as you start to turn the chest, the arms, and the club finishes off. So what we should see here is the left hip is rotating round, nearly facing towards the target, whereas the club is only just making contact with the ball, and that's what we call a really good swing sequence. So this is designed to help improve that as well. So over time, when you start to practice this, you should also gain a lot more consistency. So one more for me. Awesome. So that was one of the quickest swings I believe we've just seen there. What do you reckon? Comment down below and let me know what you think on that. Let's change back to the driver. It's going to feel a little bit weird now because there's a bit of a weight on the end of that. Okay, feeling that motion. Nice.
That was a bit different now,
yeah. Yeah, feels a bit different, doesn't it now?
Different, yeah.
Okay, one more. Awesome move. Right, so we're going to hit the first shot with this new move. And remember, we're not bothered about where the ball goes at all. We're only bothered about that club head speed to generate into more distance. You can have another practice swing if you want to, but I'm guessing you're getting a little bit tired now, so
right, yeah.
maybe not, yeah. So let's hit the first shot with this new move. Now that looked pretty quick. 105.4, okay. Pretty good. Wasn't the best as strikes, he was saying there. Wasn't the best as shots. 105.4 is the first one, so that's the starting point. And before we did start off on 103. So let's see if we can increase that. So just think, right, you're just really trying to squat into the floor and push back up as quickly as you can. Nice effort. What are we thinking there? 106.8. So we've just seen there. That's the highest one he's had so far. Yeah. Let's see if we can increase that even more.
Try and get to 107.
Yeah, let's aim for 107, even 108 is possible.
Yeah.
So really feel that squat move. Now that was hammered. 105. You know what though? It was a really good shot, that, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's caught at the bit, caught at the top of it.
Right, let's have a practice swing anyway. Just really get the feel for it. That's it. Good effort. Right, ready to hammer this one?
Yeah, definitely.
Nice one. Right, let's see.
A little bit faster.
105.7, we're getting close. Okay, we've had a 106.8. Yeah, no, I reckon we could get you to 107.
Yeah, same.
Right, so we've hit, what, 4 shots so far?
Yes.
If we look at the average though, it's certainly gone up, hasn't it, just from doing that? Yeah. Does it feel quicker to you as well?
Because we had a lot of 103s before as well.
Nice effort there. So 105.4. The final one, before we made this change, I asked Charlie to go fully out at it. So I'm going to ask Charlie now to do the exact same thing, applying this movement. Pretty excited for this. Let's see how fast you can swing it and see what it generates to with distance. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Look at that club head speed. 109.6 miles an hour. That is fantastic. Beforehand, his best was only 105. So we've increased his best, personal best, by over 4 miles an hour. So that is a huge gain in club head speed. And for every mile per hour in club head speed, you should see an extra around 3 yards. I want you to hit one more just to see if we can get that 110. That's pretty exciting, that.
That's exciting, isn't it?
Imagine that. If he hits this 110, I can put on the thumbnail 105 to 110. I mean, how good would that be? Yeah, that'd be great.
Right, let's have a look.
Pressure's on. Let's do it. That's it. That's the spirit. Wow. That was proper. 107.4 though. Still a huge gain from beforehand. Come on, one more. I really want to see this 110. I can see it now, can't you? I'm just like, go on, let's see it.
What was it? What was the best one? 109.6?
The best one was 109.6, yeah.
Right. Come on, I can do it. 0.4.
Absolutely, yeah. You're more than capable of it. So, really give it some now, yeah. Oh. Come on. Ah, oh, 107.2. Right, one more. One more before we look at the stats. And yeah, absolutely. And by the way, to make this fair, I will take the first 6 shots that we hit from each.
Yeah.
But you can see straight away there is a massive... I mean, you've just hit that 282.
Yeah.
282 yards. The best one before was 255.
Yeah.
Massive.
Oh. Went a bit too fast.
Come on, club head speed.
Oh!
Yes! Yes! Just from hitting probably 10 shots doing this drill, we've increased his club head speed to 110. I know the carry and the total distance weren't the best, but as I said, the faster you hit it the faster you hit it, the more difficult it is to get the strike. But the more you train this, the easier it will be to get that centered strike. So why not give this a try? I mean, I've been doing it, Charlie's done it, and look at the results. Massive results there. Yeah, you've got nothing to lose. It's worth certainly giving this a go. Let's have a look at the table then. I mean, I'd love to keep the 110 in there, but unfortunately, I can't do that. But anyway, 110 was your personal best. Right, so looking at the results on here, as we said before, just to remind you, beforehand was 104.5 miles per hour with the first 6 shots Charlie hit. And looking at after, 106.3. So we've gained an extra 2 miles an hour from the first 6 shots we hit, which is pretty remarkable. You know, every mile an hour counts, and from a professional's perspective and a low handicap player like Charlie is, then it makes a huge difference to his golf game. You know, rather than hitting a 7-iron into a green, it's more like an 8 or 9-iron, really, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The carry distance has reduced because, looking on here, it's 229. But off-centre strikes, we're trying to hit the ball faster. It doesn't quite correlate into distance if the centre strike isn't there. But as I said before, the more times you practice this, the better you will get at it. Total distance 256, we've gained there an extra yard. But if I was to add in those final 3 shots, that average goes up to 261 yards of total distance, and the carry distance goes up to 231. So I'm just going to take the bad shots that Charlie hit out. His average then in terms of distance remains very similar at 237, but looking at his total is 262, so extra 7 yards total distance. But looking at the club head speed there, we found that we have increased that by an extra 5 miles an hour. So would you go away now, Charlie, and work on this more?
100% working it more.
And could you feel the benefits that that was giving you when you're hitting those shots?
100%.
If I was to show you the one that went 282 and 278, we've got 278 here. Really solid drive, carry distance of 254 yards. So with that centre strike, we've increased the carry distance and also the total distance. 278, we weren't seeing 278 before, were we? Massive difference. And the final one, it's the total one of 282 yards, which was your biggest drive. Looking at everything there, carry of 248 yards. Charlie nearly hit that drive as far as his total distance before doing this new swing move, and a total of 282 yards. Massive gains there, isn't it, for you? Massive gains. If you'd like us to film a part 2 to see his progression maybe in the next couple of weeks, why not drop us a comment down below and let us know if you'd like to see that happen. We will do that, and it'll be interesting to see if Charlie's swing speed maintains at that 107, 106, 107, or does it leap up to 110 or even over 110 miles an hour swing speed. Thank you so much for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. And Charlie, thank you so much for coming down. Really appreciate it. And hopefully we can get another one done for you very, very soon. Go ahead and give us a try and let us know how you get on by commenting in the section below. See you in the next video.